Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mr. Grammio English. I'm Emma.
And I'm Ryan. Thanks for joining us. Today we've got a really useful topic. How to stop wasting time and stay focused.
Yeah, because honestly, this is something all of us struggle with sometimes.
Even if you're motivated, you can still lose time so easily. You check your phone for like 1 minute.
And then suddenly, it's 30 minutes later.
Exactly.
Start creating today
So in this episode, we'll talk about simple ways to focus better, waste less time, and actually finish the things you want to do.
And we'll keep it nice and conversational, so you can practice your English listening while learning something useful.
Let's get into it.
Okay, Emma, let me ask you something. What does wasting time really mean?
Start creating today at
Good question.
wondercraft.ai.
I think wasting time is when you spend time doing something that is not important, and maybe you don't even enjoy it.
Right, so for example, scrolling online without thinking.
Yes, exactly. Or starting one small task, then another. And at the end of the day, you're
Made
busy,
with
but you
Wondercraft.
didn't
Start
really do
creating
anything
today
important.
At wondercraft.ai.
Oh, wow, that is so true. Being busy and being focused are not the same thing.
Not at all. You can answer messages, watch videos, clean your desk, check emails, and still avoid the one thing you really need to
Made
do.
with Wondercraft.
Yeah, that
Start
happens to
creating
me when I
today
have
at
one difficult job to
wondercraft.ai.
do. Suddenly, I want to do everything else first.
Same. It's like your brain says, no thanks, let's do something easier.
Made with Wondercraft.
Or something more
Start
fun.
creating today
Exactly.
at wondercraft.ai.
So why do people lose focus so easily?
Well, I think there are a few reasons. First, there are just too many distractions. Phones, messages,
Made
social
with
media,
Wondercraft. Start
noise,
creating
other
today
people.
At wondercraft.ai.
Ugh, yes, notifications. They're small, but they break your attention.
And after that, it's hard to go back to what you were doing.
Very hard. Also, sometimes people can't focus because the task feels too big.
Oh, yeah, when something feels difficult, we delay it.
Exactly.
Made with
We
Wondercraft.
think, I'll do
Start
it later,
creating
but
today
later
at
becomes tomorrow and
wondercraft.ai.
then next week.
And then you start feeling guilty,
Yes.
which honestly does not help.
Made
No.
with Wondercraft. Start creating today at wondercraft.ai.
It makes it worse.
So let's talk about solutions. If someone says, I waste too much time and I can't stay focused, what's the first thing they should do?
I'd say
Made with
start small.
Wondercraft. Start
Really
creating
small.
Today at wondercraft.ai.
Smaller than people think?
Much smaller. Don't say, I'm going to study for 3 hours. Say, I'm going
Made
to
with
study for
Wondercraft.
10 minutes.
Start creating
10
today
minutes
at
feels possible.
wondercraft.ai.
Exactly. The goal is to begin. Starting is often the hardest part.
I love that idea because when you
Made with
start, you
Wondercraft.
often continue.
Start creating today
Right.
at
And even if you only do 10
wondercraft.ai.
minutes, that's still better than 0.
Definitely.
Another helpful thing is to choose one clear task.
Just one?
Yes, just one.
Made with
Not
Wondercraft.
5 things,
Start creating
not a
today
huge
at
list.
wondercraft.ai.
Just ask yourself, what is the most important thing I need to do now?
And that makes life feel less noisy.
Exactly. When your mind has too many choices, you waste energy
Made with
deciding.
Wondercraft.
And
Start
sometimes you
creating
spend more
today
time
at
planning than actually
wondercraft.ai.
working.
Oh, absolutely.
I've done that. I make a perfect to-do list, color code it, organize it.
Made with
And
Wondercraft.
then never
Start
starts?
creating today at
Yes.
wondercraft.ai.
How did you know?
Because I've done the same thing.
Fair enough.
So yes, pick one clear task. That gives your brain a direction.
What about the environment? Does that matter?
Definitely. Your environment can help you focus or destroy
Made
your
with
focus.
Wondercraft.
That
Start
sounds
creating
dramatic.
Today at
It is dramatic.
Okay.
If your phone is next to you, if the TV is on, if 10 tabs are open, if people keep talking to you, it's much
Made
harder to
with
stay
Wondercraft.
with one
Start
task.
creating today
So
at
what should people do?
wondercraft.ai.
Make focus easier. Put your phone away. Close extra tabs. Sit in a quiet place. Maybe set a timer.
Timer's a good one.
Yeah, you can say, for the next 20 minutes, I only do this one thing.
That feels manageable. It's not
Made with
forever.
Wondercraft.
It's just 20
Start
minutes.
creating today
Exactly.
at wondercraft.ai.
Focus works better when it feels simple and limited.
I think that's important. Because
Made
people
with
often
Wondercraft.
imagine
Start
focus as
creating
this
today at
big, serious thing.
wondercraft.ai.
Right.
Like you need perfect energy, a perfect room, a perfect plan.
But you really don't.
Made
You just
with
need a
Wondercraft.
clear next
Start
step.
creating today
That's
at
good. A
wondercraft.ai.
clear next step.
For example, not learn English. That's too big.
Yeah, way too big.
Instead, say, listen
with
to one
Wondercraft.
English
Start
podcast
creating
episode,
today at
or
wondercraft.ai.
learn 5 new words, or read one short article.
That's much better. Specific tasks are easier to start.
Exactly.
Can breaks help with focus too?
Yes, if you take them well.
What does that mean?
It means a short
with
break
Wondercraft.
can refresh your
Start
brain.
creating today
But if
at
your break becomes
wondercraft.ai.
25 minutes of random videos,
Then it's not really a break anymore.
exactly.
It becomes a new problem.
Yes. So I think short,
Made with
simple
Wondercraft.
breaks are best.
Start creating
Stand
today
up,
at
stretch, drink
wondercraft.ai.
water, walk a little.
Not open your phone and disappear into the internet.
Ideally, no.
That's hard
Made
advice,
with
but
Wondercraft.
good advice.
Start creating
I
today
know.
at wondercraft.ai.
What about motivation? A lot of people say, I'm just not motivated.
Yeah. But motivation is tricky. If you wait to feel motivated every day, you may wait a long time.
So focus should not depend only on motivation?
Exactly.
Made with
Good
Wondercraft.
habits are more
Start
reliable
creating
than
today
feelings.
At wondercraft.ai.
If you always study at the same time in the same place for even a short time, it becomes easier.
Because it turns into a routine.
Yes, your brain starts to expect it.
I like
Made
that.
with
So maybe
Wondercraft.
don't ask,
Start
do I
creating today
feel like
at
doing this? Ask,
wondercraft.ai.
is this the time I usually do it?
Yes, that's a great way to say it.
Let's
with
make this
Wondercraft.
practical.
Start creating
Imagine a
today
listener
at
wants to improve their
wondercraft.ai.
English, but they keep wasting time. What can they do today?
Okay, first, choose one small English task.
Good.
Second, decide when you'll do it.
Specific time.
Yes. Third, remove distractions before you begin.
Phone away.
Made with
Phone
Wondercraft.
away.
Start
And
creating
fourth,
today
give
at
yourself a short focus
wondercraft.ai.
time. Maybe 10 or 15 minutes.
That already sounds more realistic than saying, I'll study all evening.
Exactly. Big plans can feel exciting, but small plans actually get done.
Oof, that is very true.
And one more thing, be kind to yourself.
Made with
Important.
Wondercraft.
If you
Start
lose
creating
focus,
today
it
at
doesn't mean you're lazy or
wondercraft.ai.
bad at learning. It just means you need to begin again.
I love that. Just begin again.
Yes, no drama, no I failed so I quit. Just come back to the task.
Made with Wondercraft.
That mindset
Start
can save
creating
so
today
much
at
time, actually.
wondercraft.ai.
It really can.
Because people often waste even more time feeling bad.
Exactly. First, they lose focus, then they
Made
feel
with
guilty,
Wondercraft.
then they
Start
avoid the
creating
task
today
even
at
more.
It's a terrible
wondercraft.ai.
cycle.
It is. So break the cycle with one small action.
Before we finish, let's give our listeners one simple message.
Okay, here it is. You
Made
do
with
not
Wondercraft.
need to be
Start creating
perfect to
today
stay
at
focused.
wondercraft.ai.
Nice.
You just need to start, make the task small, and return to it when your mind moves away.
I'd add this. Protect your attention. Your attention is valuable.
Made with Wondercraft.
Yes, don't give it
Start
away to
creating
every
today
little
at
distraction.
wondercraft.ai.
Very nice.
All right, that brings us to the end of today's episode.
Thanks for listening to Mr. Grammio English.
We hope this episode helped you practice your English
Made
and
with
maybe
Wondercraft.
also helped
Start
you think
creating
about your
today
daily
at
habits.
wondercraft.ai.
If you want, you can listen again and notice useful words and phrases like waste time, stay focused, start small, and build a routine.
And try using those phrases in your own sentences.
We'll
Made
be
with
back
Wondercraft.
soon with another
Start creating
English
today at
listening practice episode.
wondercraft.ai.
Take care, stay focused.
And don't waste your time on things that don't matter.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.